broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craig.
From McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota, good evening, everyone. I'm Lydia Mattern, alongside Kinley Kuhneman as we get set for North Dakota high school volleyball action. The Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Fargo North Spartans. Volleyball on Shanley TV is presented by the Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. We'll be right back after a few words from our sponsors.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Beyond Boundaries Therapy Services, Butler Machinery, Ed's Marine, the Fargo Jet Center, First International Bank and Trust, Forum Communications, Haley's Hope, Hurley's Religious Goods, Luther Family Buick GMC, Master Construction, Moore Engineering, Network Center, Northern Improvement, Off the Wall Advertising, Robert Gibb and Sons, Sanford, Shields, Taxman, TCI Insurance, and Wolf Steel Construction.
We're back, and starting tonight, Shanley 4-7 after their game against West Fargo, and North 6-5. Both teams pretty evenly matched tonight. But Kinley, who are a couple players that we're going to look out for tonight? Both Shanley players and Fargo North players.
For Shanley, I think Riley Payne had a great game on Tuesday, along with Mariah Bird, a junior, and Olivia Vetter, the setter. And for Fargo North, Kennedy Goshen, a senior, along with Georgia Paul and Emily Skalicki.
Definitely. I think both teams, powerhouses at the top of the net, and then both on the defensive side, they're libero on both teams. Young players, but I think they're ready to go tonight. The team's lining up at the net, but ready to go pretty soon here. Before we get started tonight, don't forget that you can connect with us connect with Shanley TV on social media. Get the latest updates about Shanley sports teams, plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV, or follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV. Teams looking both excited tonight, getting ready to go. Nearing the end of the EDC, both teams, this is a big one. Hannah Hodel starting in for Lander Fredericks, a young libero, only a sophomore, but definitely proving her spot on this team. And number 10 for Fargo North, a senior, Carly Goshen, who will be the libero for Fargo North tonight. So Goshen back to serve for the Spartans as they'll start with the ball. Goshen starting the game off strong with an ace. Hannah Hodel not quite able to get that one, but a beautiful serve from number 10. 1-0 already, a great way to start the game for the Spartans. She'll go back to serve yet again. Hannah Hodel finding it this time, up to Vetter, outside to Bird. A little bit of tip there from North. Great hustle play from the setter there. Free ball over from Paul. Another great hustle play there from Vetter, and a free ball over from McAllister this time. Finding Paul in the back row up to their setter. And a quick tip, number 7, Grace Miller. Looked like it could be her opposite hand, her left hand, finding the middle. The Deacon defense not quite ready for that one. So Goshen will go back to serve yet again. 2-0 this time, Spartans up. Finding Hodel again. Vetter adjusting to that one, right side this time, to a younger player, Desi DeKaiser. Not quite able to get that one over the net. Great approach though. Goshen back to the line again. Goshen finding Hodel again, a little bit of shank there. Mariah Bird to pick her up, and a free ball from Vetter, finding Paul. Up to the outside this time. A little bit of a tip there from North's outside player. Mariah Bird finding the deep corner. Great placement there from Mariah Bird. North's defense not quite expecting that long ball, but making a great placement there. McAllister, a sophomore. Serving back at the line. A little bit of short serve this time. Again, finding the outside left-handed outside hit. Beautifully done. Fredericks now with a tip. Block tip. However, Kennedy Folden not quite able to recover from that block. Paige McAllister back again. McAllister finding Paul this time on the outside, in the back row. Hard hit from number 9. And Mariah Bird now with a free ball over. Not quite able to get that one over. Point Spartans. Couple subs here. Anna-Shell Luz, number 2 for the Spartans, back to serve. Left hand, it looks like. Finding Mariah Bird up to Olivia Vetter. Now outside to Lander Fredericks, who was just playing the middle. I think that just shows how versatile of a player she can be. However, that hit didn't quite make it over. Luz back again to serve, this time 5-2. Luz finding Hannah Hodel, almost textbook perfect with that pass. Finding Desi to Kaiser. Georgia Paul there with the pass, and then a back row hit from the libero. Now Deacons finding outside. Mariah Berg, a very strong approach, however, her hit a little bit too strong. Luz back to serve again. This time finding Payne in the back row, up to Vetter. Now down to Mariah Bird in the middle. Almost got it there, but North with the recovery. However, it was out of bounds this time. Olivia Manuel in for the Deacons now. Senior player back to serve. Finding Luz, a little bit of an overpass. Deacons there to recover. Manuel using her hands this time. Bird attacking at the net. Would you look at that? A beautiful sneak attack by number 12, Emily Skalicki. One that's been standing out already. Beautiful, beautiful play. And only a sophomore. Pretty impressive.
That was great placement from Emily Skalicki.
Number 18 in for the Spartans, it looks like. Annabelle Ketterall back to serve. Finding Olivia Manuel. However, her pass will go into the net. Shout out to Coach Payne watching all the way from Pennsylvania. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ketterall back to serve for the Deacons. Finding Hodel this time, up to Vetter. Fredericks with a very strong hit. However, number 7 able to recover from that one for the Spartans. Fredericks again. Oh my goodness, this Spartan defense not letting Fredericks get her point. This time to Mariah Bird, and she will get that one. Olivia Vetter, just those sets pretty perfect if you ask me. Finding her hitters and hitters adjusting to her serves. But on the defensive side, North, number 7, Grace Miller, there to receive that block, just couldn't get it quite right. Mariah Bird for the Deacons back to serve now. A longer serve, Ashell Luz for that one. Free ball over from Georgia Paul, finding Manuel, up to Vetter. Riley Payne there. Rolling right off of Georgia Paul's hands, that'll be a Deacon point. That just shows, I think, how hard Riley Payne's hits are. Mariah Bird again back to serve for the Deacons, this time 8-5. Georgia Paul finding that one, however, it will go out of bounds. Point Deacons, Mariah Bird will go back again to the line. Bird serve finding Luz. Up to Miller, however, recovered by Manuel. Now down to Fredericks. Out of bounds this time. Spartan point. Number 7, Grace Miller back to serve. The Deacons defense not quite ready for that one. An ace for Grace Miller right over the net. She'll go back to serve again for the Spartans. A short again this time, however, not quite able to get that one over the net. Goshen back in for the Spartans. This time Hannah Hodel, a sophomore, young libero, but like I said, making her name on this team, back to serve. This time a new face, Brooke Swanson in for the Spartans with that hit. Riley Payne, an outside hit, very, very strong. Michelle Luz not quite able to get to that one. Point Deacons.
That was a good, strong hit by Payne.
Hannah Hodel back again to the line. Shorter this serve this time, finding libero, and now a right side hit. However, she was able to pick that one back up. A free ball over from Manuel. Finding Swanson in the middle. A little bit of miscommunication there. However, McAllister was able to get to that one. Point Deacons. Hodel serving again. Again, finding Swanson on the outside. This time it goes for Hannah Hodel, not quite able to get that one, but Brooke Swanson able to finally get her hit. Emily Skalicki back to serve for the Spartans. Finding Olivia Manuel up to Vetter, and now again to Riley Payne. A very hard hit. Well done by Payne. Manuel again with the great defense. A little bit of miscommunication there, and it won't quite go over for the Deacons. It looked like Payne and Bird didn't quite talk that one out. Point Spartans. Now 12-9. Skalicki serving yet again. Skalicki serve, finding Mariah Bird. Olivia Vetter adjusting to that pass. Again, finding Riley Payne. The Deacons seem to be comfortable with that one. And a free ball over now from Brooke Swanson. McAllister this time, and just like that, barely has to leave her feet, but it works. McAllister with a great hit. Substituting, Desi DeKaiser back in. Another young player, only a sophomore, but Olivia Vetter, the setter, back to serve for the Deacons. A shorter serve this time, however, finding Paul up to Skalicki, and now outside. Bird recovering that one, again out to Riley Payne. Paul again, Skalicki back to Paul. Mariah Bird finding it again. Olivia Vetter adjusting to that one. Riley Payne with a hard hit, trying to find the corner. Up to Skalicki again with that sneak attack. Oh my goodness, second time. I can't get over that one. Beautifully done, only a sophomore, but very, very well done. The Deacon defense not quite able to get to that one or ready for that one.
Yeah, that was great placement by Skalicki.
Georgia Paul this time back to serve for the Deacons, finding Bird. DeKaiser from the outside, back to Skalicki, however, now to Goshen. Payne recovering that one. Right side finding DeKaiser, however, double blocked. Looked by Swanson there. Goshen there ready to go on defense. Outside hit now from Folden. Hannah Hodel with the set this time, and DeKaiser just placing it nicely over. Middle tip there. Brooke Swanson, it looked like she used her left hand on that one. That's important for a middle hitter to be able to use both hands. Pretty impressive. Great communication there from the Deacons, Mariah Bird and Hannah Hodel. Georgia Paul's serve went a little long, but Riley Payne serving now for the Deacons. And wind goes both ways, I guess. Georgia Paul and Carly Goshen, great communication there. Carly Goshen now back to serve for the Spartans. Her serve shorter, but Hannah Hodel right there to pick it up. Finding McAllister in the middle. Beautiful hit by Paige McAllister. Another young player. I've been saying it quite a bit, but the Shanley Deacons are made up of some young players, and McAllister doing really well, just like the other young players. She'll win that point, and she'll take the ball back to serve. A shorter serve right over the net. Beautifully done, an ace. That's the third time, I think, from both sides, but very well done. McAllister will serve yet again after that ace. Closer game this time, now 13-15. Spartans only up 2. Harder serve this time, finding Georgia Paul in the back row, up to Skalicki. Now outside, up to Vetter, and now outside for the, Deacons also, Mariah Bird. Outside again. Grace DeYoung, I believe, number 6 for the Spartans, a hard hit. Anna Shalhoub's in for the Spartans, and she'll go back to serve. Soft serve this time, finding Payne, a tighter pass to Vetter. Looked to be a net violation on Vetter. That pass was a little bit tight. Vetter trying to adjust, couldn't just quite get it, and the refs called it. Bird with the dig there. Fredericks outside kill, not quite able to stay in bounds. Timeout Deacons. The Deacons just, Kinley, I think, needing to pick up their defense just a little bit. The Fargo North Spartans, their offense is just really good tonight.
I totally agree.
If you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcasts, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you as the viewer to enjoy. If you are interested in donating, please contact Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV. And just like that, I think the momentum is in the Spartans' favor, but it's a close one. Only 18-13. Luz will go back to serve again for the Spartans after this timeout. Finding Payne this time using her hands. And now Bird from the outside. However, finding Goshen, and now up to Skalicki. And Georgia Paul from the outside attack. However, that will be called out of bounds. Tried to go right down the line, but couldn't quite get it. Olivia Manuel in for Desi DeKaiser back to serve. Senior player for the Deacons. Hard serve finding Goshen, now up to Skalicki. Hannah Hodel with a great hustle play. A free ball over from Manuel. Goshen again using her hands. Again with that tip from Skalicki. And now a hit from Bird. Goshen again up to Skalicki. And now outside. However, double blocked by Fredericks, who will go again to attack. But a hit finding Hodel now this time, up to Vetter. And now finding Mariah Bird. The Deacons are comfortable with Mariah Bird, but Skalicki said, hey, I'm going to do it myself. Hits it over. And after this long rally, it ends with a block from the Spartans. It looked like it could have been Skalicki and Miller on that one. Very hard-fought rally from both teams. Skalicki there getting up to attack as a setter. That's pretty impressive. However, Annabelle Ketterall will come back to serve for the Spartans after winning that one. Finding Mariah Bird again, the Deacons will. A little bit of mix-up there from the defense for the Spartans. Mariah Bird with the tip. And again, a little bit of miscommunication there from, looked like Skalicki and Miller. And that will result in a Deacon point. Mariah Bird, a very good junior for this Deacon team, will go back to serve. 15-19 this time, finding Luz. A little bit off there, but Goshen able to pick her up. However, that pass was a little tight. So again, that'll be one for the Deacons.
I think that timeout really helped the Deacons get some momentum going.
Definitely, I totally agree, Kinley. They needed that one too. So Bird with the serve up to Skalicki, finding Miller. However, that one will get blocked, but she says, I'm not done, and goes right back up for it. And the Deacons just not able to recover from that one. Grace Miller will go back in, back to serve, but Brooke Swanson will come back in. Miller serve a little bit long. Great communication there from the Deacons. Goshen back in for the Spartans, but Hannah Hodel back in. Back to serve. Finding Sklicki up there, now to Brooke Swanson. Very powerful swing from the outside up to Vetter. Now to Payne on the outside for the Deacons, but a double block from the Spartans. Payne will go again. Goshen with an overpass, and McAllister tries. However, it'll go out of bounds. Point Spartans. The Spartan team looking very, very strong here at the beginning of this game. Number 12, Emily Sklicki, a player that stand out to me already tonight, will go back to serve for the Spartans. Finding Bird this time. Olivia Vetter hustling over, almost getting that net violation. Brooke Swanson, however, Paige McAllister, a single block, does it herself. A young middle hitter for the Deacons.
Great block by McAllister.
Definitely a very great block by McAllister. And just a young player. Serving now for the Deacons after that one was Olivia Vetter. Finding DeYoung. Back to Bird this time. Right side to DeKaiser, who had to do a little bit of adjusting up to Sklicki. And a right side hit from number 9, Folden. Payne taking it from the outside, a little bit of an overpass. Desi DeKaiser with that one, a back set to Paige McAllister. Paige McAllister having a night so far. Couple blocks, couple hits, not too bad. Being very aggressive as a young player, that's impressive. Vetter will go back to serve again for the Deacons this time, 19-21. Vetter's serve finds Paul, now to Sklicki, and then to Folden. Great hustle play there by Vetter, finding Hodel. A little bit of a tight pass. Sklicki, however, to adjust. Brooke Swanson not quite able to get that one, and a great celebration there from the Deacons as they win that point.
Olivia Vetter back to serve for the Deacons.
Her serve finding Goshen up to Sklicki. A right side this time to Georgia Paul. However, Hannah Hodel, textbook pass there, very well done. Finding DeKaiser, double block there, however, from the Spartans. Great communication there. However, it just won't go over for Folden. And that'll be a point for the Deacons. All tied up now at 21. Timeout taken by the Spartans this time. I think they want to get the Deacons off their run here. But that's just what the Deacons have done. They have gone on this run, caught back up, and the game is tied. It could go either way. During this timeout, Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathleticcclub.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student athletic needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you are not one already. It's easy to become a member and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. Just like that, both teams will enter the court after that timeout. This one being close, both teams wanted. You can tell just by their play, but Olivia Vetter will start this one off with a serve for the Deacons. Her serve finding the back row now up to Sklicki outside. Folden, great hustle play by her. Hannah Hodel taking over as a setter and a push, however blocked. And it looks like North Point. A little bit of a net violation is what I think. Georgia Paul back to the serve after that one for the Spartans, 22-21 this time. Shorter serve, however, Bird able, a little bit of an overpass. Too much of an overpass, I think I should say. And point Spartans. Spartan player right there to be able to just knock it right back down. Georgia Paul there, finding Bird. Right to Vetter this time, and now finding DeKaiser on the outside. However, her swing not quite able to make it in bounds. It'll go out of bounds. Georgia Paul serving the set point now for the Spartans. Mariah Bird with that one. Olivia Vetter hustling to that one. Desi DeKaiser this time inbounds. Tight pass. And a tip now from DeKaiser. However, her team not quite able to pick that one up. 25-21. The Spartans will take game one. A hard-fought battle, I think, from both teams. Both wanting that one, playing with a lot of energy and grit. Spartans just coming on top, though. Couple stats for you while they switch sides. The Deacons with a total of 8 kills. Paige McAllister with 4. Like I said, a young player standing out to me already. Not afraid to just go up to the net as that middle player, block, kill it, whatever she has to do. She's ready to go. Mariah Bird with 2 and Riley Payne with 2. On the other side of the net for the Spartans, they also have 8, just showing how evenly matched these teams are. But Emily Skalicki, the setter, also not afraid just to kind of go up and do it herself. She has 2. Brooke Swanson has 2. Brooke Swanson has 1, and Grace Miller also has 1. A couple aces on the north side also, Grace Miller and Reagan Carlson. And back on the Deacon side, like I said, Paige McAllister with 2 aces. Very impressive on both sides. Serving is something that is tough. You got to be consistent, but both teams seem to be doing that.
For Shanley in the second set, they can keep feeding the middle. It has been very effective tonight. And for North, they can work on keeping their hits inside, and some of them have just been a little bit beyond the line, and try to shut down the middle height by Shanley in the second set. Both teams have had good serving tonight, so they should keep that up.
Kinley, very well said. I think what you said best was North just trying to keep their hits inside the court. They've been finding their hits, however, just not quite inside the court. So I think if they just kind of take a step back and just relax a little bit, things will go in their favor. And for North, using Lander Fredericks, using Paige McAllister, Desi DeKaiser, those taller players up at the net, I think is really important. Something that North has a little bit of height, but ultimately Shanley could really use that to their advantage.
They sure can.
Starting game 2, both teams will get on the court this time. Fargo North winning the first one, 0-0 to start, however. So this one could go either way. Before we get started, however, we'll be back in a few seconds after a quick break. We're back now, starting this second set. Riley Payne with the serve this time to start things off. Double block from the Deacons. However, they'll be in the net, so the Spartans will take that point. Number 18 checking in, Annabelle Ketterl. She'll serve for the Spartans. Finding Bird in the back row. A tighter pass, Olivia Vetter getting there. Skalicki, had that one. However, it'll end in a Deacon point. Paige McAllister serving for the Deacons. Lander Fredericks in, replacing Hannah Hodel in the front row. McAllister finding Luz up to Skalicki for a right side by Miller, and a very hard hit. Well done by Grace Miller. Shanley's defense not quite able to get to that one.
Great hit by Miller.
Grace Miller serving now for the Spartans, finding Payne. Now Vetter finding Matheson. Matheson, a newer face now for the Deacons. I don't think she set foot on the court on the first set, but she did a wonderful job getting that point. It's 2-2 tied now. However, Manuel will be in for Matheson. Back to serve at the line. Manuel serve, finding the libero. Now to the outside. However, for Brooke Swanson, that one won't go over the net. That'll be a point for the Deacons. Manuel go back to serve again. Manuel serve. Up to Sklicki. Now finding Georgia Paul on the outside. However, Deacon defense there to pick it back up. Great hustle play there from Grace DeYoung. Payne using her hands in the defense. Mariah Bird adjusting to that one, using a tip. However, double block from the Spartans. Going again, this time with a little bit of a harder swing. Sklicki there adjusting to that pass. Georgia Paul from the outside. Mariah Bird using her hands. And now Fredericks with a swing. And a little bit of miscommunication there from the back row. I think number 6. Just not quite sure if she should go after that one. Manuel will go again. Back to serve for the Deacons this time. Up to. Manuel with the ace there. DeYoung tried to use her hands on that one. Couldn't quite get it. So Manuel will go again. Finding Luz this time. Now up to Sklicki and Georgia Paul. Excuse me, Brooke Swanson on the outside. Someone who can play middle and outside, a versatile player. Very well done getting that kill. Emily Sklicki back to serve now for the Spartans. 3-5. A shorter serve this time, however, Manuel there to pick it up.
Manuel.
And a double block, almost a little bit of too early of a celebration. And Bird will get that one. A tighter pass. And a little bit of a miscommunication there from the Spartans. So Bird will get that one. And now she'll go back to serve for the Deacons. Her serve finding Goshwin with a long tip. Goshen, excuse me. However, a long tip from the Spartans, and Bird will go again. 7-3 this time. The Deacons almost pulling away, but up only 4. Finding again. However, Manuel ready for that little sneak attack this time. Payne with the hard hit, using the using their hands in the back row. Sklicki with the tip there. However, point to the Deacons, a little bit of a pause there. Each team not knowing which way it could go. It could have gone either way. But it will go in favor of the Deacons. And Mariah Bird still serving for the Deacons. Her consistency on her serves is pretty phenomenal in my opinion. A junior. Got a little bit of playing last year. But really proving her spot this time.
Mariah Bird has been playing very well tonight for the Deacons.
Kinley, I agree. And I think on Tuesday she played really well too, but she's really proving her spot on this team. She can serve, she can hit, she can play defense. She's not afraid to throw her body on the floor, but she really does a great job. A little bit of pause there. Emily Sklicki was talking to the ref a little bit about that call, getting some clarification. But after that pause, Mariah Bird will go again to serve for the Deacons. 8-3 this time. Her serve finding Paul in the back row up to Sklicki, and then outside to Folden. Vetter down to Payne with a beautiful cross-court pass. And it will go in their favor. Looks like a little bit of a lift from the Spartans. I think Payne hit it so hard. The Spartans weren't quite ready for it, so Bird will go again back to serve. Her serve this time. Sklicki again, and Folden. Folden from the outside, however, it will go out of bounds. And the Spartans gonna try to regroup here as they're down 7, 10-3 Deacons. I think the Deacons have started this second set with the momentum after coming out after losing the first one. They want this one and they're ready to go. Both teams playing great defense. hitting the ball well. But I think something that stood out to me quite a bit has been the serving for the Deacons. Pretty impressive. Mariah Bird gone back and forth. Riley Payne also, just great servers. Great servers for both teams.
For sure, and on that last controversial call, it was a back row attack. A back row player can't leave the ground when hitting the ball.
That's right. I couldn't see what it was either, so thank you, Kinley. A little bit of a clarification on that one. While we wait here, I just want to talk about Emily Skalicki. She's had a couple sneak attacks, very, very impressive, as like I keep saying, a young player. She's the 5'10", and she's the setter, but only a sophomore and just doing very well. Mixing up her options and just playing the game, doing what she needs to do, but we're back in Mariah Bird with the serve. Skalicki getting on her knees there for that one. Brooke Swanson up, however, blocked.
Great block by Lander Fredericks.
Yes, by Lander Fredericks. Very well done. Fredericks using her long arms to get for that one. Bird with the consistency will go back yet again. Finding Skalicki now as a setter with a back set. Finding Georgia Paul with a great hit. However, the Deacon defense there to pick it right back up. Skalicki again with that sneak attack over Mariah Bird, ready to go. And Fredericks, oh my goodness. Very hard hit, very well done. Looks like it could have hit Emily Skalicki in the face. I don't think she was quite ready for that one. But very well done by Fredericks. A very, very powerful swing. Very well done. Bird again going back to the line for the Deacons. This time her serve, finding Georgia Paul, up to Skalicki, and an outside now from Folden. However, point Deacons, a little bit of a violation there from the Spartans. The Deacons with the momentum, up 10 now. Mariah Bird will go again for the Deacons.
That last ball was just outside the antenna.
Folden there with the tip. However, Emmanuel there to pick it back up. Vetter tried to tip it over, however, blocked. Setter out this time. Goshen taking over. Payne using her hands. Vetter hustling down, and Payne will go again. However, double blocked by the Spartans. And Brooke Swanson tried to go up on that one, however, slipped right in between her and the net.
Mariah Bird still serving.
Mariah Bird will go back to serve again for the Deacons, this time 14-3. Her serve finding Goshen, up to Skalicki this time again, outside to Folden, finding Hodel in the back row. Vetter with the adjust. Payne down, beautifully placed. Beautifully placed, yes, right in front of the 10-foot line. Cross-court hit, very well done. However, the ref did call that one out of bounds, and it looks like to be a change of call, so the Spartans will get that point. Looks like it could have gone either way, but Georgia Paul now will take this one back to serve. Finding Manuel up to Vetter this time with a back set to Fredericks. A very hard hit, however, will not go for her. Grace DeYoung and Brooke Swanson with the double block there. The smiles on their faces, that one had to feel pretty good, hopefully giving them some momentum. So after that, Georgia Paul will take it back to the line to serve for the Deacons. This time finding Hodel, very well done pass. Payne this time with the hit. Finding an outside player from North. Free ball over there from Bird. Beautifully placed, well done. Very, very well done. From the back row even too, just finding that back corner. Pretty impressive. McAllister with tons of energy comes back in for Lander Fredericks. New face back to the line this time. Hannah Hodel, a young player, but like I keep saying, very well done. She'll go back to the line. Her serve finding Goshen. Emily Skalicki hustle play there. And DeYoung with the hit from the Spartans. Payne, this time it'll go. Last time it went out of bounds, but she wasn't going to give up.
Beautifully placed ball by Payne.
Beautifully placed, beautifully placed. Finding that cross-court hit. No Spartan player was there. So after that, Hodel will take it and serve back for the Deacons. Brooke Swanson this time finding her middle player. Vetter finding McAllister with a hard hit. However, the Spartan defense there to pick it up, but Folden won't be able to quite get that one over. And after that, they will call a timeout. the Deacons with a lot of momentum, 17-5. Pretty impressive. I think they're doing their thing and just playing their game. Lots of communication, I've noticed, lots of talking. Mariah Bird went on that streak of serving, got them quite a bit of points. That's pretty impressive. Hannah Hodel with a couple serves there too.
Yeah, I really think Mariah Bird got their momentum going in the second set.
Kinley, I couldn't agree more. She is that player. She's kind of that spark player that just gives the Deacons, yeah, that spark, but just doing a very good job. If you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our broadcasts, to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you're interested in donating, please contact Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV. And right after that, we're back underway after that timeout. Vetter there with the dig. Hodel taking over as setter. Good communication there from the Deacons. Brooke Swanson with a very hard hit from the middle. Payne outside this time. Great placement again. However, a little bit behind the 10-foot line. Staying in bounds, so it will count. But Payne finding that placement very impressive just from that cross court hit. Very well done. Spartan defense not there to pick it up. So this time, 18-5. Hannah Hodel will serve. Finding Paul in the back up to Skalicki. Now to Vetter. A little bit of swing hit there from McAllister, but that one won't quite go over. A double block there from what looked like Swanson and DeYoung. Both powerhouses at the top of the net. Couple subs here. Grace Miller back in. But Goshen back to serve. And beautifully done by Grace Miller. McAllister with the hit, but it won't go over. Grace Miller with a gorgeous, I'd say almost textbook perfect block. Timed it perfectly and got up there. Hopefully giving a little bit of momentum for the Spartans. So with that, Goshen will go back to serve again. Mariah Bird with that one though. And Payne, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I think that's all I can say. Very, very hard hit from Riley Payne, and ultimately giving them a point. Payne with a very hard swing. Very, very well done. So with that, Olivia Vetter will go back to serve for the Deacons. A little bit of miscommunication there, however, it will go up. And number 6, DeYoung there, getting that hit over. Mariah Bird with a back row attack. Skokie there to pick it up, and Grace Miller left-handed. Very well done. And Vetter and Bird not quite there to talk that one out. So the ball will drop, resulting in a Spartan point.
North's front row is really starting to anticipate Shanley's middle hit, and I think their block is adjusting to that
I couldn't agree more, Kinley. Grace Miller with that single block did it herself. Very well done. And Riley Payne again with the placement after that play. Finds the deep court. The deep center court. Very well done. Her placement pretty much spot on tonight. And now she'll go back to serve. A shorter serve this time. And the Spartans not ready for that one. It looked like Grace DeYoung got a little bit of a touch, but the rest of the Spartans not quite able to get on that one. So Payne will go again after that ace. Placing it again. This time up to Skalicki. DeYoung with a little bit of a roll shot. However, Bird there to pick it up. Finding Matheson. Beautifully placed. And a great hustle play from Grace Miller. Megan Matheson, a little bit of a newer face we haven't quite seen this game, but attacking quite well at the net and doing a great job. That one will go to the Spartans, and now number 18 will sub in. Annabelle Ketterl. And now she'll go back to serve for the Spartans. A harder serve, finding Hodel this time. Up to McAllister. And that one looks like it could have gone either way. However, it will go out of bounds. McAllister with that aggression again up top. It will be a point for the Spartans, however. So Ketter will go back to serve. Beautifully done by Bird. That volleyball intelligence kicking in there. Just kind of watched it go over her head, and it will go to bounds. So very, very well done by Mariah Bird. Smart play. So Paige McAllister will go back to the line now to serve. A harder serve this time. However, Lou's picking it up to Skalicki. And a hard hit from, looked like Georgia Paul. And now Bird again with that attack from the back row up to Skalicki now. Finding Grace Miller using her left hand. Well done. And Mariah Bird again from the outside, finding that middle. Up to Skalicki this time, and now outside to Georgia Paul. Payne with the hustle play, however, not quite on target. Vetter couldn't get to that one, and it looked like to go under the net a little bit. Hodel will come back in for the Deacons to play a little bit of back row. But number 7, Grace Miller, will go back to serve for the Spartans, but not quite able to get that one over, a little bit short, giving the Deacons a point. Olivia Emanuel replacing Matheson. She'll go back to serve. Only 2 left to go in game 2 here. Spartans won the first one. Lou's receiving this serve up to Skalicki, and now finding Brooke Swanson, but a beautiful block. Lander Fredericks, that one looked like. Again, barely having to leave her feet, but doing a great job being that aggressor at the net and blocking Swanson. Manuel go back to serve, set point this time. A little bit long. Very well done by Goshen, leaving that one and letting that one go. Earning the Spartans a point, 24-12 this time. Spartans with hopes, I would think, to hold the Deacons. Emily Skalicki back to serve for the Deacons. A shorter serve and overpass now from Manuel, and a sneak attack there again by Skalicki. A little bit of miscommunication, and Brooke Swanson tried to take that one herself. Won't quite go over. And just like that, the sets are tied 1-1. The Deacons will take game 2. I think both teams' energy is not quite there. They look a little bit tired, but this game is tied 1-1 with the conclusion of set 2. So this one could go either way, but I think both sets played really well, and both teams played really well.
For sure. And I think the Deacons will have a lot of momentum going into this third set, but North really made some great adjustments for the blocking.
I definitely agree. I think the Spartans kind of got down a little bit there, and the Deacons did pick up that momentum with their blocks and with their kills. I just want to talk about Riley Payne for a second. Very, very well done. Finding, that spot right before the 10-foot line. Finding it right after the 10-foot line. The deep corners, the deep center. I think that's just really impressive for her to be able to do. And not only finding it, but placing it and placing it hard. I think that's really impressive. And on the other side of the net, Grace Miller looked to be left-handed, but also finding her spots and her hits, but blocking. Paige McAllister, who is a little bit taller than Grace, however, being able to block her has earned the Spartans a couple points.
Also, Mariah Bird had a great run at the beginning of the set that I think brought the Deacons a lot of momentum.
Definitely. Her serves, I think maybe 6 or 7 in a row, just getting those points, and her team to be able to pick her up and continue to get those points so she could keep going and she could keep serving. While we wait here, don't forget that you can connect with Shanley TV on social media, get the latest updates about Shanley sports teams, plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV, or follow us on Twitter at Shanley TV. Great ways to connect with us and see where we go and see what we do, not only this fall, but heading into the winter and the spring sports as well. So tied, like I said, Shanley has won one and Fargo North has won the other. Heading into set 3, this one could go either way, I think. Like we said at the beginning, Shanley, who is 4-7 after their loss against West Fargo on Tuesday, and Fargo North 6-5. Numbers are a little different, however, just based off of this game, both teams looking pretty evenly matched. The Deacons already on the court, ready to go, looking with a lot of excitement.
Shout out to Lynn Swenson. Thanks for tuning in to Shanley TV tonight. Looks like both teams are ready to take the court to take on set 3.
And now to start set 3, Carly Goshen will go back to the line for the Spartans and start with a serve. And I think it couldn't have gone any better. Very well done from Carly Goshen, an ace to start set 3.
Great serve by Carly Goshen.
Definitely giving the Spartans, I think, that momentum that they definitely needed. She'll go again now, finding Bird. A tighter pass, however, Vetter there to pick it up. McAllister with the tip, blocked. And ultimately, the Spartans will take that point. The Deacon defense, a little bit not quite on their toes, not ready for that one. So for the third time, Goshen will go back to the line for the Spartans with the serve. Harder serve this time, finding Bird. Hustle play there from Vetter, back to Bird. Not quite able to get that one over the net.
Just a little short from Bird.
The Spartans already having that momentum. I think just exactly what they needed, so Goshen will go again. Bird this time with a dig. Payne taking that free ball to Paul, now to Skalicki. And like I talked about in between games, Grace Miller with a hard hit, left-handed, very well done. And just a little bit of a touch from the Deacon defense, however, not quite able to get that one up. So going again, Carly Goshen will go for the Spartans. Again, that intelligence I talked about earlier, Mariah Bird, just able to put her foot on the line, not even think about it, but to just earn that point for the Deacons. Lander Fredericks now replacing Hannah Hodel as she'll take on the front row, and Paige McAllister back to serve for the Deacons. Harder serve this time, but however, finding Skalicki, and now Goshen from the back row up to Vetter and down to McAllister, but very well done. Grace Miller yet again. Just a single block all by herself, doing it, blocking one of the tallest players in the EDC, and just kind of doing it, no problem.
Grace Miller is a great front row player.
I couldn't agree more. And with that, Luz will go back to the line to serve, finding Hodel with her serve. A little bit of right side kill, and I think that's exactly what the Deacons needed. But not only the Deacons, Desi to Kaiser, a quick substitution for her, but exactly what the Deacons needed, getting that point. Very well done by de Kaiser. And Bird will come in for her, but Manuel will go back to the line to serve. Her serve finding Goshen up to Skalicki, a tighter pass over her being able to adjust. And last time Grace Miller blocked Fredericks, but this time Fredericks blocked Grace Miller. So I think that just goes to show that it's going to be a back and forth set all night. But Fredericks very well done, just attacking at the net. And Olivia Manuel will go back to serve for the Deacons, this time finding Luz, a tighter pass. Skalicki being able to adjust. And Fredericks again, this time with help from Vetter. And the Spartan defense not quite able to be on their toes for that one. But very, very well done at the net for both teams. But the Deacons will take that one, and Manuel will serve, finding Goshen. A little bit of help from Miller this time, a tighter pass over the net. And look to be out of bounds. Point Deacons on that one. Manuel still serving. Her serve this time, finding Luz. Up to Skalicki, an outside hit this time. But a great dig from the defense. And Mariah Bird, oh my goodness, a very hard hit. However, the Spartans able to adjust. A tip there, Mariah Bird with the great hustle play, Olivia Vetter now. And Fredericks with the tip. However, Spartan defense there to pick it up. And Skalicki able to set it up for her team. Olivia Vetter with a great hustle play. Both teams up at the net. And just like that, the Spartans will take it. Both teams still aggressive at the net, but this time in favor of the Spartans. Annabelle Ketterl will go back to serve for the Deacons. Her serves very well done this tonight as well. Her serve finding Manuel in the back. A tighter pass, Vetter just going up with it herself. Manuel again, this time better, and back to Vetter. Grace Miller this time finding Skalicki, and outside now to Paul. A little bit of a touch there from the front row, but up to Vetter, and now out to Bird. However, into the net on that one, and a little bit of help from the two blockers, Skalicki and Miller. Bird not quite able to perform on that one. So Ketterall will go back to serve. North up 2, 7-5. Vetter with the set here. And Fredericks is a hard hill, however, Lou's able to pick it up. And a tip right in the middle. Payne there to pick it up, though, on her toes. Bird on the outside. Touched block, however, they weren't able to get it. This time they were, but Goshen putting her body on the floor, able to get that one. Bird will send it over. Lou's up to Skalicki now, and a push right where the Spartans wanted. I can guarantee you that. Georgia Paul, perfect placement. The Deacons not quite able to get that one. Georgia Paul, beautifully done, very gracefully done, just placing it right in the middle. Ketterall will go back again to the serve. This time, looked like a little bit of a shorter toss, not quite able to get that one over. So that one will go in favor of the Deacons. Mariah Bird having a great night tonight. She'll go back to the line to serve for the Deacons. Her serve finding Lou's. Now up to Skalicki. And the outside Georgia Paul finding Hodel, however. And outside now to Payne with a hard hit. And it will go, oh, excuse me. It looked to be going out of bounds, but I think it was touched by Miller on the block. So
another shout out tonight to Amanda Miller, a Shanley teacher. Thanks for tuning in.
Mrs. Miller, probably one of my favorite teachers. So yeah, we'll give her the shout out. Mariah Bird back to serve. Goshen with a little bit of an overpass, and that is dangerous. Very, very dangerous, especially with Fredericks in the front row like that. Lander barely had to leave her feet. Just tapped it over the net, right back down into the Spartans. So Bird will go again with the serve now. Skalicki there with a free ball herself. Fredericks will go again. This time it'll go out of bounds. So the Spartans will take that point. Brooke Swanson will go now back in for the for the Spartans. She'll play that middle position, hopefully to be kind of that competitor with Lander Fredericks at the front net. Miller this time with the jump serve from the back row. Olivia Vetter adjusting to that pass. Payne placed it again, kind of right in between. Looked like Georgia Paul and Anashel Luz. They weren't quite able to get that one. That communication wasn't quite there. Goshen will come in again, a quick sub for her, but she'll be right back. Hannah Hodel back to serve now for the Deacons. Finding the back row, up to Skalicki this time, outside to Georgia Paul. Hannah beautifully done using her hands, and Payne, oh my goodness, I said it again, but her hit is so strong. Very well done by Riley Payne, and just finding it down the line where there were no defenders there, but very well done. Hannah Hodel now back to serve for the Deacons. Her serve shorter this time. However, looked like the splits a little bit there from Luz, but very well done, and very, very well done hustle play there from Anashel Luz, putting her body on the floor and ultimately getting the Spartans that point. This time back to serve for the Spartans, Emily Skalicki. Her serve finding Hannah Hodel in the back to Vetter, setting McAllister up, but Goshen able. Paige didn't get the first time, however, she did the second. Very well done. Again, keeping that aggression up. DeKaiser will come back in for the Deacons, replacing Manuel. Getting a couple points for the Deacons, hoping to get some more. Very, very good young player for the Deacons. Olivia Vetter serving this time. Goshen there helping out Skalicki. An outside hit from Latunski.
Another great hit by Riley Payne.
Yeah, Kinley, you took the words right out of my mouth. She did it again. This is her third very hard hit, and just placing the ball very, very well tonight. Riley Payne having a great game. So with that, Olivia Vetter will take the ball and head back to the service line. A floater this time. However, Goshen on her toes, ready to go. Outside hit there from Latunski, it looked like. And Payne with a hard hit. But this time, Brooke Swanson says absolutely not, and she'll block it. I think that absolutely gave the Spartans a little bit of momentum. Payne has had a couple in the past, but Brooke Swanson took that one away from her. So Georgia Paul will take it now back to the line, and McAllister with a little bit of a swing hit, but from the right side this time. And this one, out of bounds for the Spartans. Placed probably not quite where they want, but Payne will take it back to the line to serve. Only a 2-point game, showing both teams really want this one, 13-11. Her serve, a tighter pass there from Goshen, but Skolicki adjusting, beautifully done. Tighter pass, Vetter able to get it, just barely. Great swing from McAllister, however, not quite able to get that one in bounds. So it will go in favor of the Spartans. Grace Miller now back in for the Spartans. So Goshen will go back to the line and serve. Beautiful pass there from Hodel. Mariah Bird with a hard hit. However, Georgia Paul on her toes able to get that one. Hard hit there from the outside. And Desi DeKaiser on the right side. But the Spartan defense, they're a little bit discombobulated, but able to pick it back up. And Mariah Bird with a very hard swing, but Georgia Paul there to pick it up. And Riley Payne, beautiful pass. This one's going back and forth. And the Spartans will come up on top after that long rally. Very good defense on both sides. Very, very impressive. But just like that, the game is tied. And Goshen will take it back to the line to serve for the Spartans. Her serve finding Bird. Bird trying to use her hands a little bit low, however. Not quite able to get that one. So the Spartans will take over now, only up by 1. They started off a little bit dry, with not as much momentum. However, this time they have that. Mariah Bird now with the swing. Out of bounds, great call there by Goshen. That volleyball intelligence I've been talking about, just to be mentally into the game, to know if that one's going over your head, it will be out. So very well done. A couple times by the Deacons, but Goshen this time, and she will take it to serve. Harder serve this time. Bird ready, however, this time. McAllister not quite ready to go. That one will fall into the net. The Spartans taking it by 3 this time. Goshen will go again to serve for the Spartans. Her serve down the line. Bird ready this time. This time to Kaiser from the right side. Payne ready for Skolicki's sneak attack, and Bird will go again. A little bit softer pass this time. And a little bit sloppy play there. A couple over passes, but ultimately Bird will take that one and just smack it right back down. Very well done. So Paige McAllister, she'll take it back to line for the Deacons. Only down 2, and she'll serve it. Her serve, however, short. That consistency I've been talking about all night, it is very important in close games like this. Her serve will go into the net. And Anashel Luz will come back in for the Spartans. She's serving well tonight, and she'll go back to the line. Her serve finding Bird. Vetter with the adjustment, now finding to Kaiser. Harder swing this time. Skolicki finding a swing hit from Grace Miller. Very well done by Grace Miller. So Luz will take it back to the line now from the Spartans. Her serve finding Payne in the middle this time. Overpass, however. Skolicki adjusting with a tighter recovery. And it looked to be a little bit of a net violation on the Deacons. I couldn't quite catch who that one was. Looked to be like maybe a little bit of a middle player. And with that, the Deacons will take a timeout. The Spartans with a lot of momentum right now. They started off, like I said, a little bit dry, not as much momentum as I think they'd hoped for. But as the set has gone on, they've really picked it up, and now they're up 19-14. I think the Deacons just taking this time to regroup and just to get those points back that they've lost. And Kinley, I think just to make a little bit of the smarter plays. You know, they've gotten those net violations. They've gotten, a couple small mistakes. I think it's just the little things that they need to work on.
Right, I think they just kind of need to just clean it up and get it together, and then they...
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. Absolutely.
Carly Goshen really got the Spartans going with her serves.
Absolutely, and not only her serves, but her back row play. As that libero, you have to be able to put yourself on the floor, dive for those balls no one else really wants to dive for. And so with her aggressiveness, she saved the Spartans a lot of points, so that's very impressive.
For sure.
And just like that, both teams will come back to the court after that timeout. And Luz will take it to serve a jump serve this time, finding Bird in the back up to Vetter. And yes, that's exactly what the Deacons needed. Beautifully set up by Bird up to Vetter, and then ultimately to Fredericks, just with that hard swing right down to where there was no Spartan defense. DeKaiser out this time, but Manuel back to serve. Back to serve for the Deacons, however. Looks to be a little bit injury there. Looks like Payne's going to clean up some blood, it looks like. So while we wait, if you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions, to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you're interested, please contact Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3255. And just like that, we're back. It looks like it could have gone either way there. Both teams not quite sure where it went, but ultimately in favor of the Spartans. Beautiful hit down the line from the outside player. And because of that, Annabelle Ketterl will head back to the line. Shorter serve this time, however, Hodel there to dive on that one. And Fredericks, all she has to do, I think, is put her hand in the air. She might not even have to jump, honestly. She's so tall. But she can just place it right over the blockers, right where there was that open spot. The Deacons placing the ball very, very well tonight. I'm very impressed. So with that, down 4, Mariah Bird will serve. Sklicki adjusting to that pass. Georgia Paul, a great player, finding, just like I said, those spots. Cross court, Payne not quite ready for that one. So the Spartans, they'll take that point, and now Grace Miller, another standout from tonight's game. She'll be serving. Fredericks on the floor for that one, and Payne, she was able to get one. Looked a little frustrated from the last play, but was able to pick herself right back up with a beautiful hit right down the line, and the blocker just not quite able to get it on the other side. So after that hit, the Deacons will take that point, 17-21 this time, and Hannah Hodel will take it back to the line to serve. Sklicki there with a little bit of a pass set, and Paul swinging hard again. Vetter there from the setter position, and Payne from the outside. Beautiful kill by Payne. Beautiful kill by Payne.
I really think Riley has gotten this team's momentum going.
Definitely. She really has. Her hard hits, her passes, her aggression, really done a great job. That senior leadership definitely showing tonight. So with that, Hodel will go back again. Lose to Sklicki. However, Payne being able to pick that one up and finding it again. Oh my goodness. I keep saying it, but you guys, her hits, they're so strong. I don't even know if I could do it. But very, very well done by Riley Payne. That outside cross-court hit. Very hard to do from the outside, finding that cross-court corner. Very, very well done. I'm impressed. So Hannah Hodel will take it back for the Deacons. Sklicki here with the set, finding Brooke Swanson, but McAllister will go up. Hodel using her hands this time to Vetter, and now to Payne. Softer this time. Sklicki with a little bit of a tip. Setting up McAllister, using her left hand this time. However, Goshen there to pick her up. And Brooke Swanson tried to tip it over, but looks to be a little bit of a net violation, I think, on Paige McAllister. So the Spartans will take that point. Lenny Latunsky in for the Spartans. And so it looks like Sklicki will go back to serve now for the Spartans. Manuel there to pick it up, though. Vetter with the adjust, and Payne.
Another hard hit by Payne.
Another hard hit. How many times do you think we're going to say it tonight? Seriously. But very well done, just finding that spot. And Goshen not quite able to get to that one. So Payne placed it perfectly.
And so far in this set, Riley Payne has 7 kills.
That's impressive. That's a higher number that I've seen in the past. So very well done by Riley Payne. So after her point, Vetter will take it back to the line. Her serve finding Goshen, up to Sklicki this time. And Brooke Swanson, very hard. We said Riley Payne's hit was hard, but Brooke Swanson right up there as well. Just hitting it very, very hard. But from Goshen to Sklicki to Swanson, that setup was very well done. So Paul will take it this time back to the line, finding Bird. And a back set this time to McAllister. Oh my goodness. Very well done by McAllister. She's a familiar player in the middle. Not very often do we see her on the right side, but I think they should look into doing that more often after that one. Very well done by Paige McAllister, that line drive. Hard hit, very, very well done. So Payne will take this one to Skalicki. Harder this time. Skalicki trying to argue the touch there. Could have been a little bit of a touch. However, it will go in favor of the Deacons. So Riley Payne will take it now for the Deacons. She'll take the serve. Close game, this one. Only 1 point away from a tie. And almost a little bit of early celebration there. But the double block there from the Deacons. Hodel to Vetter. Vetter to Bird, and oh my goodness, Mariah Bird, that junior player we've continued to talk about. Very well done. Got a little bit of time last year, but her confidence has built this year. I really believe that. Perfectly down the line.
That was a great hit down the line by Mariah Bird.
Definitely. Payne will take this one now. Finding Paul up to Skalicki this time. And Payne not quite able to get that one. Looked like number 5, Latunsky. A quiet force. We haven't heard much about her tonight, but getting those points that matter, because now this will be the set point for the Spartans. Payne receiving that one to Vetter, and now to McAllister with a little bit of a tip. Miscommunication there, but ultimately able to get it over from the Spartans. Vetter this time outside to Bird. A tip there from, looked like could be Miller maybe. And Paige McAllister tipped her hands over the net, able to block that one. I said it before, but this one, both teams wanted it, and based off of the score, 24-24, they do set point for the Deacons here. Finding Latunsky, and Miller with a hard swing, but the Deacons there to block it, and Lander Fredericks, oh my goodness, hard swing. Bounces back up, hits the basketball hoop, and the Spartans not quite able for that one. So excuse me, this one will be the set point for the Deacons, win by 2. But to try to get McAllister, I think, out of her swing, the Spartans will take a timeout. This is a tough position to be in if you don't have the ball, I think. 25-24, win by 2. The Deacons have the ball. I think the biggest thing to focus on and rein in on, I think, is the defense. McAllister, who I think is back to serve, a wonderful server with great consistency. But the Spartans, in order to hold them, they will have to play good defense and win this point. And the Deacons, to win this one, they'll have to execute. McAllister will make her serve. Will have to make her serve and just finish this one off.
I've been very impressed with North's defense tonight.
Kinley, I couldn't agree more. Just their aggression and just being able to kind of fly wherever the ball goes. Really not wanting the ball to drop. That's really impressive to have that aggression.
Both teams are out on the court ready to go after the timeout, with McAllister back to serve.
Yes, just like you said it, Kinley. McAllister will serve the set point for the Deacons. A little bit softer serve this time to Paul, to Skalicki. And Latunsky will put it into the net, resulting in a point for the Shanley Deacons, 26-24. This one went over the score. So very well done by both teams. Went right down to the wire.
One thing that I've noticed tonight is both teams have been playing very good in the front row. With the blocking and the hits, they've both been very good.
Definitely, that's been, I think, a very strong contributing force for both sides. We've mentioned their defense has been really good, but their offense, their blocking, the back and forth, it's not one team dominating over the other. Both teams, I mentioned before, but they are evenly matched. The records are a little bit different, but very, very well done by both teams. So the Shanley Deacons took set 2. They're up 2-1, with Fargo North only winning the first set. But very well done by both teams. Don't forget that you can connect with Shanley TV on social media. Get the latest updates about Shanley's sports teams, plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV or follow us on Twitter at Shanley TV. Like I mentioned before, social media, 2 great ways to stay connected with us and keep up with us on whether we're doing soccer for the night, volleyball for the night, basketball coming up in a couple months here before we know it, and then ultimately when the school year comes to an end, the spring sports. I know I've always been thankful for Shanley TV, but it's pretty cool what we can do. So continue to follow us and like us on Facebook, check us out on Twitter. Keep up with where we're at. Before the teams come onto the court, we'll take a break and we'll be back when they're ready to go. Now both teams back on the court ready to go for set number 4. Brooke Swanson in for the the Spartans replacing Grace Miller. However, the Deacons will start with the ball, and Riley Payne will go back to serve for the Deacons as now set number 4 is underway. The Deacons will take that point. A newer face starting out for the Deacons tonight, Megan Matheson. Excited to see what she can contribute for the Deacons in this set. Riley Payne again with the serve, finding Skolicki now. And a back row attack from Georgia Paul, very well done. Outside now to Mariah Bird, hard hit, finding Goshen, however. And Brooke Swanson there with a middle hit. And Mariah Bird, a little bit of a roll shot there. However, the Spartans right there to pick it back up. Riley Payne with a tighter pass. Olivia Vetter able to adjust. And Megan Matheson, I said I was excited to see what she can do, and she can do it. Very well done, and a great hit from Megan Matheson. Another strong force in the front for the Deacons. So Payne will take it back to the line to serve. Goshen with a tight pass, but Skolicki able to adjust. And Hannah Hodel missed that one just barely. So the Fargo North Spartans will score on that one. Something I've been impressed with tonight, if the pass is off, Emily Skolicki able to adjust. Very well done. Finding those tighter passes into the net and being able to get them up for her hitters. And oh my goodness, a double block by, looks like DeYoung and Miller for the Spartans, giving the Spartans a little bit of momentum, kind of what they needed. So Goshen will go back to the line now. And beautiful, continuing with the momentum for the Spartans. Goshen with that ace. Hannah Hodel, the last 2 passes haven't been hers.
And I think Carly Goshen was the one to get Fargo North started in that last
Definitely.
set.
And she's doing it again. Looked to be a little bit of deja vu for myself here, but the volleyball intelligence, Mariah Bird, again, just watching the line, watching the ball go out of bounds and earning that point for the Deacons. So now it's tied at 3. Paige McAllister with a hard serve, finding Grace Miller. This time, she's able to use her intelligence and see the ball going out of bounds, so she can serve again for the Deacons. They're up by 1 this time, 4-3. So McAllister will take that one, finding Paul in the back row this time, up to Skalicki and outside. Vetter looked like playing a little bit of defense this time. However, her pass not quite able to get up to the front row. So McAllister, after her little bit of a serve run, she'll sub out. And it looks like Fredericks will come in. However, Luz will go back to serve for the Deacons. Bird in the back row receiving that one. And Megan Matheson with a hard swing. Looked like a little bit of a block, but the call was ultimately a net violation on the Deacons. So the Spartans will get that point and lose back to the line to serve again. Mariah Bird, a little bit of a wicked pass there, but Fredericks able to recover it. And Matheson with a free ball over. Now up to Skalicki for the Spartans. Grace Miller. Fredericks got a touch on that one. However, Miller took over that play, and she was able to win that one for the Spartans. Another great hitter, hitting the ball very hard. But Luz will take it back to the line now. Her serve finding Payne. Up to Vetter. Fredericks tried once and tried again. Both times not quite able to get that one over the net. So the Spartans, just like that, up 3. Again, their starts have been a little bit not full of momentum, to be completely honest, but as they get on, they're gaining it. So Megan Matheson, however, she'll take that one. Another hard hitter. Not as tall, but definitely strong. And when she comes in, she makes the most of her time on the court. Very impressive. 2 hard hits from Matheson. Well done. So after Matheson's hit, Manuel will take it back to the line to serve. Her serve finding Goshen. Skalicki with the hustle play there. And an outside now from Folden. Hodel will pick that one up, however. And now down to Mariah Bird. Again, like we've talked about, the Spartan defense able to dive on the floor, almost getting those kills, but ultimately the Deacon ball too hard for them to pick up. So Olivia Manuel will go back to the line to serve for the Deacons. Her serve short this time, not able to go over the net, resulting in a Spartan point. This time Annabelle Ketterall will come in for the Spartans and serve. Seems to be a strong service force for the Spartans. Her serve will go over, finding Hodel in the back row. Now Bird, deep corner, very, very well done. Beautifully placed by Mariah Bird. She is a smart player, knows what to do and when to do it. Very well done. So after earning that point for herself and her team, she'll take that one and head back to the line to serve. Her serve, a little bit of an overpass now, and Riley Payne, oh my goodness, wide open for Riley Payne. Wide open, well done. Looked to be that the Spartan defense kind of snuck up a little bit, making the back corner, opposite corner open for Riley Payne. As she went up, able to just visualize that and send it back there. Well done. So Mariah Bird, she'll take it over. Anna Shell able to dig that one up again, and Payne pushing it. And Goshen not quite able to get that one. Tried to use her hands, but wasn't quite able to get that one. So the Deacons will take over now by a point, 9-8. So Bird, with that consistency all throughout tonight, will take it back to the line. And not quite able to get it, but Hannah Hodel, great defensive play. Skalicki tried with a sneak attack there. And that's just a great example as to why you don't give up on the play. A little bit of shank there on the previous play from the Deacons, but Hannah Hodel flying backwards to get that one and ultimately winning the point for the Deacons. So Mariah Bird will head back to the line. Her serve, finding the Spartan player in the back. Hannah Hodel again, a great hustle play. Olivia Vetter getting it over the net. But the Spartans winning that play ultimately. Great hustle defense by both teams, very impressive. 2 young players, Hannah Hodel and Olivia Vetter, diving all over the floor. Goes to show that in varsity athletics, if you can compete, it doesn't matter your age and how old you are. Very well done by those 2 athletes. Olivia Manuel calling that one out of bounds. Winning the point for the Deacons. The Deacons now up 2, 11-9. Hannah Hodel will take it back. Her serve, a little bit shorter this time, not quite making it over the net. Making it a 1-point game. Couple subs now. Lainey Latunsky, like I mentioned before, a quiet force for the Deacons, however, getting those hits up. Hodel now with the receive. And Paige McAllister looked like she hit the ball, however, it will go out of bounds. Now a tied game at 11. Look to be Skalicki now. Yeah, Skalicki now back to serve for the Spartans. Her serve finding Bird up to Vetter. Outside now to Payne with yet again another very hard kill from Riley Payne. Riley Payne probably playing one of the best games I've seen all season. Very well done. And Kinley, let's talk about Megan Matheson for a second. A quiet force, kind of subbing in on and off, but doing very well for the Deacons. Vetter serve now. A little bit of a swing hit there from the look to be Georgia Paul. Vetter with a back set, finding Matheson. Hard hit. Well done. That one. Yes, that one looked to be a point for the Spartans. A little bit of miscommunication there by Hodel. Tied up at 12. Georgia Paul. She'll take the ball back to serve now for the Deacons. Her serve finding Hannah Hodel using her hands. Back set on the floor from Vetter, finding McAllister with a little bit of a tip. Getting blocked. However, the block will go out of bounds. And McAllister, recognizing that, kind of just waits. Calls that for her team, earning that point. Riley Payne back to serve now for the Deacons. Again, another short serve. Serving has been good all night. However, a couple serves for the Deacons have gone into the net. Things that can't happen for the Deacons if they want to win this game. It's the little things that get points. So now, Goshen will take the ball after winning that one. Mariah Bird with a strong approach, but taking it with a roll shot. And beautiful placement by look to be Latunsky from the opposite side of the court. Deacon defense not quite ready for that one. So now 14-13, only up one. Goshen will take this one back to the line. Her serve finding Bird. Vetter hustling to that one. Bird now with an overpass from the Spartans, but not giving up. Grace Miller with a little bit of a spin move, looked like, and just kind of a tap over the net. So now up two. Goshen will take the ball back to the line and serve for the Spartans. Hodel there, a hard serve from Goshen, and Bird able to adjust with that one. A little bit of sloppy play there. Goshen tried to hit that one over. However, it did go out of bounds. A good call again by the defense. And Lander Fredericks back in for the Deacons, but Paige McAllister will head back to serve. Her serve finding Goshen, but blocked by Fredericks. And again, Grace Miller, Lander Fredericks meeting at the net. When those two go up together, either one could win. Grace Miller winning this time, however, placing the ball out of reach of Lander Fredericks. So after winning that one, Luz will head back to the line and serve for the Deacons. Beautiful jump serve by her. Mariah Bird unable to get that pass. Tight to the net, so Vetter tried to adjust. However, it will be a net violation. Not able to get that one for the Deacons. So up three, Lewis will take it back. Bird this time. Vetter adjusting back set now to Matheson. Number 6, Grace DeYoung not quite ready for that one for the Spartans. So Matheson will win that point before subbing out for her team.
Megan Matheson is a great weapon for the Deacons.
Definitely, like I said, a quiet force, but definitely doing her thing on the court very, very well. So with a serve from Manuel, Lander Fredericks will tip that one over. Paul sent the ball in the wrong direction. Her Spartan teammates not quite able to pick that one up. So it will result in the favor of the Deacons. So Manuel will go back again and serve for the Deacons. Her serve finding Goshen, a tighter pass. Skilke there able to adjust, now finding Vetter. Vetter to Bird. However, Miller, a blocking force yet again for the Spartans. And now Bird again. A harder hit results in Anashel Luz not quite being able to get that one. Got a touch, just not quite in the right direction. So Manuel will take the ball back again for the Deacons. She'll serve it. Her serve finding Goshen. Goshen up to Skilke. And now middle hit. Oh my goodness, a very hard hit for Miller. Looks like it could have been a little bit of a touch by Payne, but I think it was such good of a hit that it landed it inbounds. So Ketterl, she'll go back to serve after winning that point for the Spartans. Only up 1, 18-17, a softer serve. And Olivia Manuel, close call, but well done, just kind of opening up her hips and noticing that one going out of bounds. Very, very smart. Well done by Olivia Manuel. So after that, Mariah Bird, a consistent serve, she'll take it back. And an overpass, dangerous against this Deacon. Looked to be a little bit of confusion there. A little bit of dangerous play to overpass it against these Deacon hitters, because they will smack it right back down on your side of the court. So after that one, Mariah Bird heads back to the line. Her serve now up to Skilke, finding Grace Miller, and an overpass there. Payne able to pick it back up. A little bit of miscommunication there. Manuel taking it. Luz from the back row now. Beautiful pass from Hannah Hodel, and Payne finding on the outside. Luz again, they are able. Skilke adjusting. Georgia Paul, a little bit of a roll shot. Payne using her hands, and now again back to Payne on the outside. However, her cross-court hit this time will go out of bounds. Not quite able what she wanted.
Back to serve for the Spartans, number 7, Grace Miller.
And Brooke Swanson back in now, also for the Spartans. Grace Miller, her serve not quite able to get that one over the net. So again, those little things add up. So the Deacons will take that one. Hannah Hodel back to the line to serve, only up 1, 20-19 this time. Luz using her hands. Skilke with a great adjustment. Georgia Paul barely making it over the net with that outside hit. However, it will go over, and Hannah Hodel not quite on her toes for that one. So ladies and gentlemen, the game all tied up at 20. Very dangerous, only 5 points to go. And with that said, Emily Skilke heads back to the line, and she'll serve it for the Spartans. A little bit of a shank there for the Deacons, but oh my goodness, a very, very beautiful hustle play by Mariah Bird. That is why you don't give up on a play. Very well done. Payne now with a beautiful hard hit. Skilke there adjusting, free balling it over. Vetter now to McAllister. McAllister finding the middle, and oh my goodness, beautiful hit. Mariah Bird, very, very well done. A little bit of a shank there from Olivia Manuel, but Mariah Bird hustling after that one, giving the Deacons the opportunity to win that point. Impressive. Olivia Vetter now serving for the Deacons. A little bit of a swing hit there from Skilke to Paul. However, Deacons able to pick it up on defense. Skilke now to the middle hitter, Brooke Swanson, picking herself back up. Brooke Swanson will hit it out of bounds. Looks to be a little bit of confusion there. So Skilke talking to the up ref here, talking about the call. Gonna see if we can talk about it here. Looks like a tough one, could go either way, but ultimately it will be in favor of the Deacons. So after that one, Olivia Vetter will take it back to the line. Serving now for the Deacons, only up 2. Her serve now up to Skilke, and Brooke Swanson a little bit too far out of bounds, giving the Deacons their 23rd point and resulting in a timeout from the Spartans. The Spartans started off a little dry, came in, got their momentum, got this game close, and now kind of losing their momentum yet again. But gonna try to regroup here during this timeout. The Deacons only up 3 in this set.
And on that last point, Skalicki was looking for a touch,
Absolutely.
but just couldn't find it.
Not quite able to get that one. Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathletic.club.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student athletic needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you are not already one. It's easy to become one, and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club taking Deacon athletics to a higher level, and with that said, Olivia Vedera will take the ball and she will serve it. Megan Matheson there with the pickup, and now Riley Payne. Well done, very well done. Right in between the two North players.
Another great kill by Riley Payne.
And after just that one play, the Spartans will use another timeout just to kind of regroup, talk about some defense, because this is set play for the Deacons. This could be a huge one for the Deacons, winning this one, keeping that momentum going, heading in to the next set.
And sophomore Olivia Vetter will be back to serve for the Deacons, hoping to win this last point.
For her team, absolutely. Olivia Vetter, her sisters being setters in the past, but she's doing a very good job herself, holding her own as a sophomore, doing very well. Serving, playing defense, diving on the floor. When the passes are off, being able to adjust to those.
And this last set, she's definitely got the team's momentum going in the last couple points.
Definitely, just being able to kind of get to every ball, doing what she can to help her team very well. So with that said about Olivia, she will take it back to the line and to serve this one for her team. A softer serve this time. A little bit of miscommunication there. However, it will go over. Vetter diving on the floor in pain, wanting to end this one. However, will not go. Skalicki now finding Georgia Paul. And the Spartans hanging in there, just barely, but hanging in there. Georgia Paul taking that one. Barely going over the net, however, it goes over. So after running that one for her team, Georgia Paul, she'll take it back to the line for the Spartans. Her serve, finding Bird. Now up to Vetter with a backside to Paige McAllister. But the Spartan players said we're not done yet. They're only down 2. Georgia Paul will take it again. Back to serve now for the Spartans. Her serve finding Bird. Bird now up to Vetter. And Payne with a beautiful dig by Goshen. Free balling it now over. Tighter pass, however. Oh my goodness, beautifully done by the Spartan defense. Hanging on now. But Paige McAllister and Goshen, oh my goodness, keeping it going for the Spartans. Hodel now finding Vetter. Vetter now Matheson. But oh my goodness, Paige McAllister ending it for the Deacons. The Spartan defense all sucked up to the front, but very well done by Paige McAllister, finishing this one off.
That was a beautifully hard-placed hit by Paige McAllister.
Very well done tonight by both teams. All sets very close in number in score. Both teams very evenly matched. I'm excited to see where they'll go in the EDC. Hustle play, but very well done by both teams. So with that said, for Kinley Kuhneman and our entire crew, I'm Lydia Mattern, and the final score from Fargo. Shanley Deacons take 3 sets and Fargo North takes just 1. To watch the archived version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com. The proceedings has been a presentation of Shanley TV.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Beyond Boundaries Therapy Services, Butler Machinery, Ed's Marine,